Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Coming up, we're going to kick things off with a battle of wheels. Will Osprey versus Will Powerhouse Hobbs. Don Callis trying to be a promoter like Don King. We'll see that coming up as well. Also, too, Chris Jericho calls out the cold-hearted Hell's Devil Hook. Jericho and Hook get something going. We'll talk about it coming up. What's going on with their alliance? Plus, Thunder Rosa challenging Mariah May as no one contendership for the AEW Women's Championship. Who's going to be next in line? We can't even know and figure who's going to do it coming up. Speaking of championships, the Young Bucks want to recapture the World Tag Team titles. They had to do so in the tournament against Best Friends, Triprella, Orange Cassidy. The Young Bucks get to the championship title goal. We'll see. Also, too, Daddy, you know who, will be in action against Jay White after Bullet Club Gold turned their backs on the Acclaim. So, Daddy, you know what, and get some revenge as well. And in the final segment, the AEW championship match, World Championship match between Swerve Stickland and Samoa Joe gets a little bit physical and a little bit personal at the end. You won't believe what went down tonight coming up here on the Dynamite Ring Report. Also, too, outside of that, on Wrestling Hot Topic, we talk about CM Punk and Tony Khan. We told you on the thumbnail. Will Tony Khan respond, or will anyone from AEW respond? We even have to wait and see. Speaking of that, AEW founder and the number one contender for the WWE Championship for the road, he gave us his take on what's going on, his status of his former upstart company that he did start it, and why Cody ain't around AEW. I believe he'll be back sooner rather than later. We get that as Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, King Dick here. Glad you can join us on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation. You can have to Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. So, we kick off AEW from the new TNT champion, the rated R superstar, Adam Copeland, better known as Edge. Edge made his return. Edge returned in more ways than one. Edge did not waste no time whatsoever. And Edge putting out there with the challenge and stuff and what he wants to do and to address the crowd and what the crowd is thinking. And Ed said he was sick and tired of hearing about AEW in the negative and wanted to talk about in the positive light what went down this week with CM Punk. And a lot's going on with CM Punk bad mouthing his ex-company. What he had said, Ed said that he wants to issue a challenge to anyone out in the AEW locker room that's hungry and is ready to fight. Well, Edge will get that shot next week when he takes on Penta one-on-one. Edge will defend the TNT Championship against Penta. I guess AEW wants to focus on wrestling rather than their own drama and what's going on and stuff. Well, we kick things off on AEW with a battle of wills. Will Osprey versus Will Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs. This is the battle of wills right here. The battle of wills. Osprey versus Hobbs with Don Callis on commentary. Watching this match intently. He represent both of them, but I think Will Osprey about to see the light and see the land of how things are and stuff. I think Powerhouse Hobbs wanted to break down Will Osprey. He tried to break down Will Osprey, but it wasn't no effect. Will Osprey found the way to win. Osprey could be making his move as well. Say right, Osprey taking a lot of punches right here, even through the announce table. But Will Osprey won. Hobbs was upset and frustrated till he heard that familiar music, and the familiar music was Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan came out there. Bryan Danielson, better known as Daniel Bryan. He came out there to congratulate Will Hobbs, and we know that Bryan and Will Hobbs will meet at Dynasty 1-on-1. So we'll see these battle of these two technical stars beat the holy crap out of each other, and we'll see that at Dynasty between these two men. So hey, there's only telling on how that's gonna go and stuff. Well, we move on to this. Daddy, you know what was in action against Jay White. Jay White tried to put up a fight and put up a front throughout the whole entire match. Jay White looking to get Daddy, you know what, was trying to get revenge, something that Jay White and his crew did. Jay White was trying to find a way. Jay White and Daddy, you know what, took it to to the people. The people were out there brawling. Daddy, you know what, tried to do what he needed to do. Then Jay White tried to use the bullet gun, not do the scissoring. So Jay White wasn't interested. And Dad, you know what, saw that the Acclaim, Max Caster and um Anthony Bowens down and out. Dad, you know what, take the move. He took a move and it wasn't effective enough for him. Tried to use the table, tried to ram him down. The ramming didn't work. But the Bullet Club, I guess what's his name? Jay White won the match over you know who throughout the whole entire match over that you know what. So the Acclaim and Bullet Club goal is far from over between these two teams. Well, speaking of that, um, Brian Danielson was in action. Brian Danielson was in action tonight. He took on the Motor Hawk Lance Archer. Danielson, more you can see Lance Archer charging to the ring to take down Brian Danielson. Brian Danielson liked to fight big guys like Braun Strowman, Big Show, Big Cass. And you see Lance Archer trying to slow him down, try to use a chokehold to take him down. It wasn't to no effect and stuff to Danielson. Danielson tried to use his might, and Danielson found the way to win over Lance Archer. And can you believe it? It's been almost 10 years to the day that Brian Danielson made history at WrestleMania. Wow, who can remember 10 years ago when Danielson um won the WWE Championship away from Randy Orton and Batista, and Triple H was involved as well. We could see that same very story this coming up week 10 years later for Cody. If he finishes his story, we'll get to Cody Rhodes on what he had to say about AEW, his former employee, and the company that he founded a little bit later on in the show. We'll talk about that on Wrestling Hot Topics. Well, speaking of that, we get to this. We get to the Young Bucks in the World Tag Team Championship semifinals. The Young Bucks are one step closer of winning the Tag Team Championships and stuff. The Young Bucks were the center of controversy this past week when CM Punk decided to call their name out on the MMA out on Ariel Wani, and also called out Tony Khan for not being a tough boss. But the Young Bucks didn't care. The Young Bucks came out there dressed in their corporate attire, called themselves EVPs. The Young Bucks took on Orange Cassidy and Triprella. Something had to give in this matchup right here. The Young Bucks tried to use the EP trigger rather than the trigger they want to call, but both men had hit their knees. Then Matt tried to go after Trent's mother, tried to slap the taste out of her mouth, and Trent's mother did not like that one bit. It was at the end. What the Bucks match rolled up Trent to get the win. We thought we was gonna get the hug, the celebration and stuff, but we got something different. The executive vice presidents Matt and Nick Jackson, better known that they like to call themselves their government name, Matthew and Nick Jackson, won their match. So the Young Bucks will advance, and they will meet the team of FTR, our Top Flight, whoever wins Saturday at Collision will get a shot. We'll meet the Young Bucks at the pay-per-view. So we'll see that coming up. Also, too, we saw this right here. A huge heel turn. As Triprella turned his back on his former best friend, Orange Cassidy, as what's his name, watched from afar. Couldn't believe his own eyes on what had happened. It was a little bit devastating to see. We were seeing the end of the best friends and stuff. And Matt and Nick Jackson kind of like that one bit. That Matt and Nick Jackson, you tell Nick Jackson told even Taz to go on break, and they did. So there's a lot going on at stake and stuff on that. So the Young Bucks will advance on to meet the team of FTR and you know who for the tag team championships at Dynasty. Speaking of Dynasty, more Dynasty implications. Thunder Rosa set to go against Mariah May. Which one of these two ladies will move to be the number one contender for the AEW Women's Champion Toni Storm, who was at commentary watching attentively to see who was going to take her, who's going to challenge her for her championship? Was it going to be her protege Mariah May or Thunder Rosa? Thunder Rosa took it to Toni Storm. Thunder Rosa watching from afar at you know who, Toni Storm. Thunder Rosa won the match over Toni Storm. Thunder Rosa gets a chance of a lifetime, an opportunity of a lifetime to win the AEW Women's Championship again. We'll see if Thunder Rosa has a chance. We'll see. Speaking of that, speaking of most surprises, Mercedes Moné made a rare appearance as we don't know what she's going to do with. She wants to challenge the winner between Willow and what's her name for the TBS championship. There's a lot going on with stuff. So like I said, we'll see how this gonna go. Dynasty is racking up and fairly so. So it's gonna be a dynasty, all right. But we tell right here, Thunder Rosa getting a chance of winning the women's championship again over Toni Storm. So we'll see Thunder Rosa taking on Toni Storm at Dynasty for the AEW Women's Championship. Well, we get to the final segment of the night. Swerve Stickland, who's been a face force to be reckoned with, had a contract signing with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe and Swerve, these two men will meet at Dynasty for the AEW Championship. Samoa Joe came out there, looked cool, calm, and collected, cool as a cucumber. Swerve was pacing around throughout the whole match until Samoa Joe decided to attack Swerve and jump Swerve. Swerve didn't see it coming. Swerve got beat up to a pulp by Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe taking the limit to Swerve, and Samoa Joe even took Swerve's chain and blooded him up and pounced on him. Swerve got back up and crawled and told Joe, "That's all you got. I'm gonna be world champion." And had Joe in his own blood covered and signed the blood and signed a pen with his own blood. Samoa Joe looked as shocked and stunned, and Samoa Joe decided that he wanted to beat up Swerve Mo, and he did so. Nailing Swerve. Swerve didn't see it coming. Swerve got tagged, and Samoa Joe standing tall above Swerve. So we could see Samoa Joe and Swerve. This should be a fight on Swerve's hand if he wants to be the AEW champion. Swerve will do what he needs to do to win the championship and stuff. I think that's what Swerve wants to do. Swerve wants to be the AEW champion. He has to go through Samoa Joe to do so. So we'll see that coming up. All right, that ends wrestling hot topics. Let's move over to that ends the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Let's move over to wrestling hot topics. Wrestling hot topics. We got a lot going on wrestling hot topics. You won't believe this. This is the official emojis of WrestleMania. You see the tribal chief, the undisputed champion Roman Reigns has one. The final boss, The Rock, has one. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. The Seth Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins. Bailey has one. Io Sky, Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, and Drew McIntyre, and then WrestleMania has his own thing. So a lot going on for WrestleMania. We're getting ready for WrestleMania. The march to WrestleMania continues. Even to the point, this right here, Clash, WEP, premium live events and stuff coming up. WrestleMania coming up in the U.S., United States. Backlash and France. That's continued this year of the international. The Saudi show, whatever that may be. Um, Clash at the Castle in Scotland. Money in the Bank in Canada. SummerSlam in Cleveland. And Bash in Berlin. So there's a lot of events going on and stuff. Speaking of that, former AEW champion, um, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, The Rock had sent this post, say he loves it, ours with convenience and emotion. I like to buy this from you. My team will be in touch. I know a special mom who I'm going to give this gift to. Mama Rock, the final boss. The Rock wants to buy that painting, and The Rock wants some collateral and some something going on. MJF got word of that his ex fiance saying, first you try to steal my glorious idea to lash Cody. Now you trying to cop art from my ex. I'm a fan, but please let me be doing. I don't know what I think he's trying to say The Rock trying to copy him. I think The Rock's been doing his thing for longest. I think The Rock's been didn't he don't even watch AEW like that, but I don't know where he would. Not, but hey, that's The Rock. Well, we tell you this: C4NG name would be the first official NG drink partner of WWE. I thought it was with Logan Paul's drink, but C4NG is. We saw that with them. They did this earlier on what went down. So hey, congratulations. Speaking of that, Cody Rhodes sat down with Ariel Hawani to talk about a lot of stuff. We'll have that coming up. A lot of throughout the WrestleMania predict the outcome show. We're gonna do like tapes and stuff. A lot of media coverage throughout the whole week with a lot of superstars, including Becky Lynch, Cody, a lot of other CM Punk. It was a lot going on. So we'll have that coming up. Even talk about AEW, his former employees, wishing them the best on what they need to do. So it was a lot to talk about and draw into and stuff. Well, we told you that CM Punk said that AJ, his wife, WWE President Nick Khan, WWE CCO Triple H, and his lawyers were the only people who knew he was returning. He was confused at the hints being made on television, so maybe you never know with him. So yeah, you never know. But John Albert saying that CM Punk was the one that was trying to get Punk back into WWE, even dating back to his CAA days. Punk said if Khan wasn't with WWE now, he doesn't think he would be back there at this moment. So CM Punk credit WWE President Nick Khan for getting him back into the fold. So Nick Khan knows a thing or two about promotion. Even to the point that WWE commentator Corey Graves said he had to clear the air with CM Punk. And Corey Graves saying that he said some unflattering things about CM Punk. CM Punk said some unflattering things, but they was able to make amends and rekindle their friendship and stuff. How they was gonna go. Also, to Paul Heyman said the ending to the Bloodhound store has been written and changed numerous times. So Heyman just saying they're gonna be a fly on the wall. Let's see what's gonna happen with this Bloodline story. We're hearing reports that Roman Reigns is saying that during his A&E documentary that if he does not remain undisputed champion, he will retire, and that'll be a sad thing. But Cody Rhodes, if he wins, he's finishing his story. So there's a lot of stakes going on in this match. So we will wait and see. Also, too, Ronda Rousey appeared on a news outlet saying that she alleged Drew Gulak inappropriately reached down her sweatpants and pulled her screens according to her time with WWE. So I don't know. They're trying to Ronda trying to get something going and stuff. But Drew Gulak did respond back saying that it was an accident. He didn't try to do it inappropriately and stuff. So I said Drew Gulak is a married man. He won't be married not too long if they find out what's going on with him. So there's a lot going on at stake. So we will have to wait and see on that. But Ronda Rousey, her book's being more revealing, even to the point that Matt Jackson said, "You scapegoat. I love your work." I guess he's talking about Jack Perry. Jack Perry, a lot of stuff going on. So we'll see. Well, I guess that's gonna do it for the pro wrestling show, Dynamite Ring Report. We got into a little bit tidbit. We talked about a little bit WWE with the road to WrestleMania. Like I said, this road to WrestleMania, we're gonna continue on this week for the NXT. Like I said, the march to WrestleMania continues, and what a march to WrestleMania we have right here. We did Raw, we did NXT, SmackDown's coming up for the Ring Report. Also, Stand and Deliver for its Ring Report and predict the outcome for Stand and Deliver, as well as WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2, and Ring Reports. Man, this is going to be a big march to WrestleMania. We're going to be marching to WrestleMania throughout this whole week. Don't forget coverage of the pro wrestling show. We're going to have complete coverage each and every day coming up, leading towards WrestleMania. So it'll be Monday, the Raw after Mania, which will get things cooking and stuff. So, like I said, we're gonna leave you with this. We're gonna leave you with Swerve Stickland getting bloody and Swerve looking for a fight and spoiling for a fight because Swerve be on his way becoming the AEW champion. The only time will tell. He has to defeat and dethrone Samoa Joe, who's been a dominant champion ever since. Thank you for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kenny Dick, saying so long. We'll see you Friday.